Um, we want to talk about the maps. So there is a pandemic of maps, and a lot of people wants to make this kind of behavior normalize the act of these people maps, right? And it's getting ridiculous. It's getting too much. Uh, People are doing it for fun. Some people are making YouTube video about it, making a living out of it and stuff like that. It's so hurtful. And now I think because it always hurt me, to be honest, I hate it. One of the most disgusting things you can see when it comes to these maps people. And maps people are, you want to tell them what is maps?
Yeah, minor attracted person.
Exactly. So, and and now when we have a kid, I think it just hurts a lot more because I would never be able to see my kid going through that at all, you know. So, and I would love to, me and my wife, give you guys some advice and some our opinion, what we think about it and stuff like that, and some advice how you can protect your kids and stuff like that, and how you can protect yourself too, and avoid places or certain things in your life, so hopefully you can stay safe. So what's your thought about the map people?
Well, I was trying to pull up this article that I was reading the other day. I forgot what state it was, but I remember I shared it with you where this
I keep
it was a government official that recommended and advised to basically hand out, you know, blow up dolls that resemble kids
really.
to these maps, right?
Mm.
That's what they want to be called. And the reason why I want to keep using the word maps is because I feel like people should be aware of the movement that they're trying to make
Mm-hmm.
in order for us to put a stop to it.
Yeah.
Cuz they're not maps, they're pedophiles,
Pedophiles.
right?
Absolutely.
Say it how it is. But anyways, this government official, it was either a governor or mayor of the state. We're gonna probably put the article down in the description so people can read it. But you know, they advised to give out blow up dolls that resemble kids,
Wow.
and their ultimate goal behind this is to lower or kind of prevent attacks. Meaning, if you give a pedophile this blow up doll that resembles a kid, they can have fun with it and it will reduce the chances of them molesting a child.
Wow.
Um,
That's crazy.
I honestly I didn't know what to say after I read that. But the fact that they're trying to use the whole LGBTQ trans agenda
Yeah.
to assist in pushing the agenda of basically normalizing maps. They want to identify as maps. They want to make maps an identity. And I don't think that's right. I think we should call it how it is.
And they want to make it,
Pedophilia.
yeah, and they want to make it as normal as possible and be like transgender. My pronouns, blah blah blah. My pronoun, like now these days, if someone tell you my pronouns, it's a cat. Like I don't know. It's kind of like it's not a big deal, right? Like, oh, I'm a this, I'm a that, right? It becomes a normal thing these days, and the maps or pedophiles, they're gonna be the same thing, just a matter of time. Is already being this agenda pushed, now in schools with the kids teaching them about private parts and stuff like that. It's because exactly they are interesting in those little kids to
You
see
know
him
what though?
naked.
The scariest and most frustrating thing is that these pedophiles are are right in front of us. They're in your neighborhood.
Everywhere.
They're school teachers. They're gym teachers. If you've actually, I don't know, I do a lot of reading on this, and I watch a lot of documentaries and reports that pedophiles will insert themselves into the community, for example, as like they basically insert themselves in the community where children are present, right? In schools and libraries,
Wow.
gyms, etc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After school programs. That's why you see a lot of these, teacher had sex with 13-year-olds, right?
Wow.
And this does not, I want to say this does not mean that only men will go ahead and molest little girls or little boys.
Yeah.
Women do it too. And that's the scariest thing, because sometimes mothers, women will think and trust another woman, another female more than a man.
Yeah.
Just because they think, oh, it's a woman, nothing's going to happen. No. You have to be as equally aware, as equally cautious.
Well, I mean,
because a lot of the times women are much worse. For the simple fact that other women will think no, or mothers will think no, it's a mom. She's a mom, or she's a woman. She couldn't, whatever, you know?
Absolutely. And I don't know if you been seeing, there's a lot of different articles coming up or coming out, are claiming teachers, women teachers, have a relationship with the little kids at school. And
All the time. Or get knocked up by these 12, 13,
and
14, 15-year-olds.
And some of them, they are even married.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine married and having a little, not little, like a relationship with the little kids at school. It's disgusting. It's so ridiculous that literally we have to talk about this kind of subject. We're not the people like to talk about, when it comes to you sleeping with who, but there is a limit to anything. I don't care with who you sleep with or you do your thing with, but these things are affecting our society, our kids, our schools, our stores, our community. We can't be trusting nobody, and this is one of the things too. Me and my wife, we're not like a billionaire people or anything like that, but at the same time, we're not thinking to send our kid to school or stuff like that, or having
public school at least.
Yeah.
Unless things severely change.
Well, even public, or even not private schools are not good either. The only ones that probably you have right with to say, or what your kids can learn or cannot learn, the ones that cost thousands of dollars.
Even then, like I said, pedophiles will insert themselves in these places.
Absolutely. Money
so
will not protect you from pedophiles. Absolutely.
I think a lot of parents who are worried and are just now becoming aware, maybe because of the video, or you've never thought about it, because it's easy for us to go day to day trusting people because we are good-hearted people. We want to trust each other. We want to trust our neighbor. Of course, I get that. But unfortunately, in the world we live in, it can't be like that all the time. And I highly advise for people to just go on YouTube and look at ways that pedophiles basically attract kids. And it starts off by winning over the parents. It doesn't start by the kids. You know what I mean? You start by winning over the parents, right?
For sure.
I mean, in situations where if the parent's nearby, right, or if the kid's with the parent all the time, these pedophiles will win over the parents, make sure the parents trust the pedophile.
Yeah.
Then they make sure the kid trusts a pedophile.
Yeah.
They establish the fact that it's okay for the pedophile to be around the kid
Yeah.
or alone with the kid in different scenarios.
Yeah.
There was this short clip I watched recently where this pedophile was describing that this mom was at the gas station, right, getting a pack of cigarettes. The pedophile was in the car with the little girl. And that moment that the mom just went in and out to grab a pack of cigarettes, that was enough time for the pedophile to rape the kid.
Wow.
And I mean, it's just a pack of cigarettes.
My God.
It's something as simple yet complex as that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that's what you can't trust. And back to my point, we're not planning to send our kid to anywhere. Inshallah, he will be homeschooled. I think, as I believe, especially this day and age we live in right now, if your kid or you know how to read and write and stuff like that, that's all you need, right? Everything else, a home education is the best education ever you
I
can
mean,
learn.
we can hire tutors, and hey, I'm gonna sit there right next to him, and we're both gonna learn this.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean.
and you
We'll
can
both learn this topic.
yeah, you can learn online. There is a lot of courses you can take and everything like that. So we will try our best to avoid him going from certain places like that. And
Inshallah.
inshallah, and he'll be and again, a lot of parents, they make this mistake. They don't tell their kids or what's going on, right? Even when are going through that process with somebody, they don't know what to do, what to act. Some of them even they think maybe it's normal, right? Because just they don't know. So something is very important. So when your kids start knowing things, like you can have a little conversation with them, you gotta tell them about certain things. If somebody touch you here or here, you gotta tell me. Even if they're trying to scare you, don't tell your mom, I'm gonna like cut your legs or whatever. Don't be worried. I'm your father, I'm your mother, I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna do everything for you.
Yeah. Or
So
or
they can
even
feel
in
safe.
scenarios, let me add in where they say, don't tell your dad because I'm gonna kill your dad, I'm gonna hurt your dad or your mom, etc.
Yeah,
Don't do this because I'm gonna tell your dad.
because that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They manipulate the child, and you have to let your child know, hey, no one's gonna kill me, no one's gonna manipulate me, or I mean, no, do not let anyone manipulate you.
Yeah.
No one's gonna hurt me. If you tell me something, you're not gonna get in trouble. Have that communication, that line of communication with your child, and always make your child feel welcome to tell you something.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Even if they did something wrong, watch your approach. Watch your approach, because you do not want to make your child feel like they cannot come to you,
Trust you.
and, unburden themselves with whatever they're carrying.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, before we keep going with this map situation or pedophile situation, we forgot to tell you guys, welcome to the Myndscape podcast. Get your coffee if you don't have one. Yee. We're coming a little hot with this episode because, like I said, it's a little bit more sensitive for us because we are a parent, and it's getting overhand, man. We want this thing.
Even if you're not a parent, even if we weren't
Yeah,
parents, I mean,
absolutely.
this
is for everybody.
These kids are our future. These kids will become adults.
Absolutely.
Remember, children, babies will become adults.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times we find ourselves complaining that a-hole, this dude, this B word, this douche, society, man, what's wrong with society? What's going on? Yada, yada, yada. But we have to remember that us as a community, as a society, we have a responsibility to take care of our children and lead our children to the right path.
I agree.
Set aside religion and political preferences. We have to be united in this sense where we have to take care of our children.
Well, but again, this is gonna it's gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna tell you this, guys, but I'm just saying, okay, just listen before you judge me. Just listen, please. You see how they are attacking our kids right now, right? By, you know, use them, manipulate them, use them for different situation, use them as a product. That's how they are trying to use our kids these days, right? And look, another thing. If you look another side of the world, right? To be specific, what I'm talking about is Palestine with Israel. They killed so many children, and the whole entire world is quiet. Some of them they make a little noise, but beside the people are protesting in the streets, literally no one doing anything from Islamic countries or non-Islamic countries. Nobody doing anything, and literally they killed millions of people. I mean, thousands. What was the number? I think the last time I checked, it was like 14, 15,000, or maybe even more. I can
It's
even
never
keep
ending.
out.
It doesn't stop.
And they are using them again, using kids to be dead and killed, and you know what I'm saying, and nobody doing anything. You don't see there is a little bit of relationship between these people are killing and bombing little kids and no one doing anything, right? And these people again, some of them they are sacrificing the babies, right, to the devil's worshippers, and some of them are using them for their own satisfaction when it comes to sex and stuff like that. You don't see there is a little bit
Look,
it's
listen.
different, but the same. It's the I don't know. I don't know what I don't know if you guys seeing what I'm seeing. You know what
It
I'm
is,
saying?
and you know what it's called? It's called the New World Order. Um, I don't know if you remember. A while ago, we watched a commercial by the singer called Celine Dion. It was this lady that enters into a NICU. She breaks into a NICU. A NICU is, where they keep the babies when they're born.
Yeah.
You know, newborn intensive care unit. And if I recall, she kind of blew dust out of her hand or something like that. And the babies went from wearing what they were wearing, their hospital, baby clothing, to new clothing, right? And it said New World Order on some of their clothes. It was like black and white. And basically that commercial was stating, it's not your baby. They are our babies.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what they want to do. They
it-
don't want you to have your kid. They don't want you to be not even responsible for your kid. That's the wrong word. They don't want you to guide your child. It's not your child anymore.
It's my child.
It's their child. You're just the babysitter. It's their child and you're the babysitter.
Yeah.
That's the agenda they're trying to push.
Wow. No, absolutely. Absolutely. No, so the relationship between Gaza kids and, this pedophile situation using kids for their own satisfaction is like making the whole entire world make us feel like emotionless when it comes to kids. Well, it's just a kid, right? Like, yeah,
they're trying to desensitize you. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. So that's exactly where, you know what I'm saying? Normalize anything when it comes to kids, right?
Yeah.
So kill them, it's fine. Bomb them, it's fine. Have sex with them, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's just whatever you want to do, and just the kids, right?
Yeah.
There is a big relationship between together, and it kind of just clicks in my head actually talking about it right now. It's very sad. So yeah, please guys, yeah, you gotta be, you can't trust anybody. You take your kids everywhere, you gotta make sacrifices, of that time, and don't trust anybody at all, you know uh, even like a family members and stuff like that. A lot of times just your family members who does this kind of things,
They
right?
cause harm, yeah.
Yeah,
Not only that, but be on the lookout when you're traveling, going out, you're out in public and you may see a child that's in a dangerous situation and you could be that person that saves them. Look out, keep your eyes peeled whenever you see children with someone who may be there to just cause them harm.
yeah, absolutely. And make sure watch your kid what he's watching on YouTube and
Yo,
TVs,
especially these YouTube videos, like I haven't
movies,
seen
whatever.
a YouTube video like specifically, but I've seen a lot of videos of parents talking about how a lot of these YouTube videos for kids appear normal, right? But in between, like in the videos, there's certain segments where they'll talk about like sex, violence,
Yeah,
like killing, like just like some crazy subjects that kids shouldn't even know about. You know what I mean? And I'm
absolutely.
talking about like shows for like toddlers and like 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's just
Something,
sick.
something that you
Yeah.
shouldn't be watching in that
Like
age, and they
like
are.
if your child's gonna watch something, I feel like you should watch it first before they watch it by themselves
Yeah,
or watch it with them.
don't trust whatever the age they are saying. Oh, this is 5 years old, and up or down. They
Yeah.
just slide.
They
Just they try to protect themselves by making those disclaimers, but disclaimer, it doesn't
yeah.
match the content.
They'll advertise like boyfriend and girlfriend
Yeah,
and
it's
jealousy. And what that does is promotes promiscuity. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Especially like all these young girls who we've been to like Costco and like Sam's Club and stuff, and you've seen the way these like little girls are dressed.
Yeah,
It's wild.
yeah,
It is wild.
absolutely, absolutely. But again, and teaching your kids to wear certain things in a very young age, again, you are attracting those pedophiles around you and start hunting you down and following you to where you live, where your kids go to, and stuff like that. So yeah, again, a lot of parents are very dummies and they don't know exactly what they are doing with their kids. You gotta be very aware what your kids is wearing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give them very. They are kids. They should be wearing like a kids, not exposing, not showing, not doing extra. You know what I'm saying? Because they are little kids. You gotta protect them from harm. You protect them, their skin and body and stuff like that. Because there is creepy people these days. I'm sorry. And the more you show and everything like that, and when you make them wear certain things, yeah, people start hunting them down like that.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's wild. Um, anything else you want to add to this?
Nope, that's all. I think that wraps up the segment because my baby's calling me.
Yeah, we want to make it a little bit short and quick. Again, we thought about this subject will be important because again, Ryan, it's kind of like he just remind us and seeing all
Yeah.
this crazy stuff. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys get to enjoy this episode, and I will see you guys in another one soon. Bye bye. Bye bye.